Happy New Year, beer lovers, and welcome to another episode. Today, we're talking about New Year's resolutions. One of my personal resolutions is to cut back on drinking the mass amounts of big ABV beers that I've been drinking, so maybe I can shed a few pounds. And so today, we're actually going to review a low-calorie, low-carb, low ABV beer from Firestone Walker. So stay tuned, and let's have some beer. So it's a brand new year, a fresh start, a chance to have a clean slate, and of course, the first day out, we're drinking. Way to go on commitments. The idea behind this episode, though, is a little bit more personal. This is a beer from Firestone Walker that I happened to see at the bottle shop, and it stuck out to me because it says 96 calories right on the can.
Yeah.
And it made me think about all those people who have been drinking the hard seltzers and really trying to get drunk healthy, if that makes sense. So this was just something that stood out to me. I thought I'd give it a try, see if I liked it. And if I do, then maybe this is something that'll help me stick to my New Year's resolution. Jacob, do you have any New Year's resolutions?
I do. I have several, actually. One of them is actually, I plan on trying to do a session bottle share. I want to see how many different session beers we can get and just day drink. Which is not going to help with the weight loss. Yeah. However, this might be a great contender for that, so let's...
Anywho, let's get into the details of the beer. So, as I said before, this beer is from Firestone Walker. This is called FlyJack. It's a hazy IPA, 4%. It's 96 calories, 5 grams of carbohydrates. Wow. Just, to me, I'm sitting there as a home brewer and thinking, how the hell did they get 96 calories in this can? First off, these are not the tall cans. These are not 16 ounces. These are 12.
Yeah.
So that helps a little bit. Secondly, just by looking at the beer, it is a hazy, but it's not a hazy. It's almost like an unfiltered Pilsner, just by the look of it, which tells me that they're using much less grain, which means there's less sugars, which means Poe probably won't like it as much as he does the other beer. But anywho, let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I mean, it poured with a really great fluffy head that is settled, but it's still there. Oh, that is really effervescent and bright. Little citrus notes. Tasty.
Yeah, it's definitely got some really nice citrus notes to it. Very, very mild bitterness. It's almost absent.
Yeah.
You get a little bit of a pine on the finish. And then it finishes super crisp. I mean, super crisp. You know what this reminds me of is a Brut IPA.
Oh, kind of. Like a really fruity Brut IPA.
Yeah. But still that same, almost champagne-y dry finish. It's just super crisp.
Yeah, it's not so dry that it's drying out my mouth. I had a coffee stout the other night that I felt like every sip I took was just moisture was stripping my mouth.
Oh my god.
Was stripping away from my mouth, and this is not having that.
No. It definitely has high drinkability, though. This 4%,
oh, yeah.
I mean, you can see we can hammer this down without breaking a sweat.
So that does kind of beg the question of,
is this worth it? So let's talk about that. Yeah. So normally we score the beer. We give it our score based on aroma, flavor, all that kind of stuff. I really want to score this beer based on the practicality of it helping somebody who's trying to maybe have a healthier beer diet.
Yeah.
And to stick to their New Year's resolution. Right. So personally, I'm going to give this about a 7. It does the trick. It really does. It's a good beer. It's enjoyable. But someone like me, all this would do for me is, one, I would feel way less guilty about drinking it, which means I would probably drink it more often. And because it's such a light ABV and it's so sessionable, I would probably drink 3 or 4 cans in one sitting. So at the end of the day, I got to give it a 7.
Yeah, so I guess the question is, I would love to do some more research about how many calories this has compared to like some of my favorite session IPAs or other session beers that I've had that I really enjoy that don't claim to be low calorie anything. Just because like I feel like sometimes it's hard for us to really appreciate what it takes to get to 96 calories.
Yeah.
Like how hard actually is that? I think homebrewers have a better position to answer that question, but don't think everyone knows just how many calories are in those bourbon barrel aged beers. Like you don't think about it unless you've been told. We have been told, and it's a horrible amount.
Yeah, it's depressing.
So,
anywho, did you give it a score?
I think I'm falling around a 6. Like I think it's almost too easy to drink, and I think that makes me drink it faster than I should.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to be moderate and healthy. Yeah, so I think that kind of almost backfires. But if you are good at telling yourself no, and you still want to have a beer, this is still tasty, and yeah, you can be a lot less guilty.
Yeah, it's like a little cheap beer if you have good self-control.
Yeah.
I would say maybe only put one of these in your fridge at a time, and that way you don't have a choice unless you want to drink gross warm beer.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, maybe that'll help. At the end of the day, I don't know if it would work for me. Might work for you guys. So with that being said, I would say just give it a shot if you're interested, if you want to try it out. All in all, it's a pretty damn good beer too for 4%. So that's going to do it for this episode, our review of FlyJack Hazy IPA from Firestone Walker. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up, share with your friends. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Also, in the comments below, let us know what your New Year's resolutions are. Are they beer related? Are they not? Are you going to finally, get in the best shape of your life? Are you going to make more money?
Finally drink all the barley wine in your freezer, or
yeah, go through your cellar and drink everything in your cellar because it's been sitting there for 4 years and you haven't touched it.
2020, baby. This is the year.
Let's get it done.
Clear it out.
Anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time on Let's Have Some Beer. Cheers. This brewery opened in 1900, and it was one of over 100 different breweries here in Brussels, Belgium.